There's Fred Wright coming in right here. Okay, Fred, financial guidance. No, Fred, thanks for joining us. The question that Jim, he already gave the financial guidance. No, all jokes aside, Fred, before you take a breath from having just come in from the train, maybe you could also provide your perspective about the early launch and your confidence on hitting the types of numbers that Yescarta did early on and that were the consensus numbers are early on, because there seems to be a great discussion this year about whether Iovance can deliver on numbers this year.
Yeah, we're really confident. We've got, I'm sure Jim covered this, but the main things that are giving us confidence is the existing ATCs are ramping up. Okay. New ATCs are coming on. We're at 50 now, obviously, and going up from that. And then we've got community referrals now starting too. And you heard, if you were at ASCO, you heard we had a community physician there. You were there. Mm-hmm. Was talking about the referral. That's being repeated 50 times over the country. And so that's driving a lot of referrals. So what we're seeing now is infusions are ramping up, and infusions are what matters. That's the revenue generating event for the company.
So you'll see that at Iovance.
We're considering providing guidance sooner rather than later right now. Because we want to make it really clear to the street, especially about infusions. There's also Iovance is a little bit more complicated than the CAR T companies. The CAR T companies recognize revenue just like we do on infusion of their cell product. But we have Proleukin too. So what's going to happen with us is you're going to see a leading indicator of Proleukin sales. Proleukin sales, the revenue is recognized when you sell to the specialty distributor or you sell directly to the ATC. So there'll be a surge of Proleukin revenue, or not a surge, but Proleukin revenue starts soon, and then Amtagvi revenue comes behind it. So that one's a leading and one's a lagging indicator kind of the launch performance. So with that in mind, we may provide some guidance to help you guys understand that, because we don't want that to come out and people have, a difficult.
Wait, clarify that. So yes, Proleukin is the IL-2 portion that is administered after the infusion of Amtagvi.
Yes.
Yes. And without getting into the details of, some analysts include the Amtagvi in the total revenue, other people sort of break it out. The idea is that is up to 10 to 20% of the total cost of the therapy, and that you're saying that you're going to see sales of Amtagvi through third-party channels like IMS go up, and that's a leading indicator. Or you're just I want to focus on sales of Amtagvi.
Yeah. So what you're going to see, let me explain it again, maybe a little more clearly.
Yeah.
You're going to see sales of Proleukin to specialty distributors. Now, you can't pick that up in IMS Health or Symphony type data because they're specialty distributors still. We use an SD model primarily for the distribution of this product for good reason. It has a lot of benefits to us. The revenue from those sales gets recognized potentially many weeks in advance of the revenue from a linked Amtagvi sale. So if there's imagine a single patient. That patient's 18 vials of Proleukin, it could be 2 months ahead of their Amtagvi infusion. Okay. They hold 30 to 60 days inventory. So the 3PLs are willing to buy the product ahead of time and then sell it to the ATC.
Oh, in other words, the sales of Amtagvi are a good leading indicator for the future quarter, month, et cetera, et cetera. So that should also give you some early signals to the demand for the next quarter.
Think about it like economic leading and lagging indicators, right? That's what it will show. So one will surge first and the other one will come behind it.
Okay. So would you, since Wall Street's not always so smart, are you going to give some financial guidance for the Amtagvi part too?
That's what we're thinking. We're thinking we would probably break it down so people can see how it will fit together.
Okay, good.
So it's because the CAR T launches will not be like for like on this.
Okay. So again, to summarize that part, you feel confident on the early demand. Jim commented